Welcome back, movie lovers. Today we're diving into a shocking Australian horror thriller where prom night turns into a nightmare, and one girl's obsession takes a deadly turn. The story starts with a boy named Brent driving a car. His father is sitting with him. They're heading somewhere chatting when a wild-looking boy suddenly steps in front of their car. Brent swerves to avoid the boy crashing into a tree. This accident kills his father instantly. 6 months later, we see Brent again. He's fallen into depression over his father's death. He's hooked on drugs, believing he caused his father's death. A blade hangs around his neck, which he uses to cut himself as punishment. He cuts his body in different spots. A girl from Brent's college named Lola asks him to go to the prom dance. He refuses because he's supposed to go with his friend Holly. Holly drives Brent home, dropping him off a bit away from his house. After getting out, Brent tells Holly that Lola asked him to the prom today. When he gets home, his mother asks how he'll get to the prom. He says he'll go in his car with Holly. His mother refuses, telling him to take a rented car with an expert driver. His mother is also deeply depressed over her husband's death. She blames herself for his death too. She's put strict rules on Brent. He has to obey her. Now she doesn't even let him sit in a car. After hearing this, Brent storms off. He takes his dog to a mountain and thinks about suicide. But he can't do it. He stops, sits down, and listens to music. His mom calls, but before he can answer, someone grabs him from behind and knocks him out. The kidnapper puts him in a truck and drives off. After a while, Brent's mother comes to the mountain looking for him. She knows he'd come here, but she can't find him anywhere. Meanwhile, Holly gets ready for the prom. She knocks on Brent's door and tries calling him. Brent's mother rushes to her, asking where Brent is. Holly doesn't know anything about Brent's whereabouts. Brent's mom calls their neighbor Paul, a police officer. She tells him Brent's missing. Paul doesn't take it seriously because Brent often disappears, but he gets serious when she mentions someone tried to kill Brent's dog. The dog was brutally killed and Holly was taking it to the vet. But the dog died on the way. We see the truck where Brent was kidnapped. There's a dead animal on the road. The driver picks it up. The truck stops at a house. It belongs to Lola. She's there with her father, Eric. They kidnapped Brent. Lola's in her room. Her father, Eric, brings her a new dress. She changes in front of him. He looks at her with creepy eyes. Brent wakes up dressed in a nice suit tied to a chair. In front of him are Lola and Eric. Another woman named Brent is there, with a strange mark on her forehead. Brent tries hard to escape but fails. He's tightly tied to the chair. They've decorated their house like a prom, celebrating their own version. Since Brent refused to go to the prom with Lola, they kidnapped him. They take a bleach-filled syringe. They inject it into Brent's neck, stopping his voice so he can't scream. Eric takes a picture of Brent and Lola. Then he takes a picture with Brent sitting next to Brent. Lola isn't happy seeing Brent. They start dinner, but Brent isn't eating. Lola forces food into her mouth. This shows Brent isn't her mother. Lola treats her badly. Brent was also kidnapped. Lola goes to Brent and tries to force him to eat chicken. Brent keeps his mouth shut. She says a KFC slogan. It's finger-licking good, but Brent doesn't respond. Eric grabs a hammer. When Lola asks Brent a question, Eric slams the hammer on the table. Brent has to answer. He nods yes. Lola tells him to lick her finger, with her father holding a hammer. Brent has to lick her finger. Brent says he needs the bathroom. Lola gives him a glass, telling him to use it. Brent didn't mean that he wanted to do something else in the bathroom. Eric comes with the hammer and says he killed Brent's dog. He brutally killed the dog with the hammer. He gives Brent 10 seconds to use the glass. If he doesn't, Eric will kill him too. Lola and Eric count down. Brent has to use the glass. In anger, Brent kicks Lola. She falls back. He's free and tries to escape. He runs out and hides under the truck. Eric comes out, starts the truck, and reverses it. He sees Brent and drives the truck backward like a maniac. But Brent climbs a tree at the right moment. The truck crashes into the tree. Lola arrives and they throw stones at Brent. A stone hits Brent's head. He falls unconscious. They bring him back inside and tie him to the chair. They stab nails into both his legs so he can't run again. Paul is searching for Brent where he disappeared. He doesn't find Brent but finds his phone and earphones. He brings them to Holly and Brent's mother. Lola shows Brent a scrapbook. It shows she's done this before for years. Her crazy father kidnaps boys for her. Lola dances with them, has fun, and then kills them. It's clear even if Brent had agreed to the prom, he wouldn't have survived. The scrapbook mentions a boy named Timmy Valentine. He escaped. He's the boy who ran in front of Brent's car. When Brent and his father were driving, Brent realizes his father's death wasn't Timmy's fault, but caused by Lola and Eric Timmy. Valentine is Paul Valentine's son, the police officer. This time Brent was their target. Lola starts painting Brent's picture. Her father praises her. She draws a heart on Brent's stomach. She writes LS in the heart for Lola Stone. She's been doing this since childhood, enjoying it. They pour salt on Brent's wounds. He writhes in pain. They announce the prom queen. Lola becomes the queen among many girls. They want to celebrate making Brent whistle. They crown her Psycho of the Year. Eric takes another picture. It's time for her dance. Brent's feet are still nailed to stop him from escaping. Lola dances with him. Her father sprinkles sparklers on them, but Lola doesn't feel good with Brent. So she dances with her father. She realizes her father is her true prince. They start cutting the animal they picked up from the road. They open a secret door. Strange, pitiful voices come from inside. Eric brings a toolbox and hands Lola a drill. She drills a hole in Brent's head, like the mark on Bertase's forehead. She makes a big hole in his skull. Even worse, they bring boiling water. They plan to pour it into Brent's head to boil his brain, making him lifeless like Bertase. He'd be thrown into the basement with others. As Lola prepares to pour the water, she thinks the hole is too small. When Eric goes to widen it, Brent slashes him with a blade. He now has time to escape. He unties his ropes, pulls the nail from his foot, kills Eric, and throws him into the basement. Many people in the basement start eating. Brent watches this. Lola arrives and pushes Brent into the basement. She sees her dead father and goes crazy. She closes the basement door. Brent finds a torch. When he lights it, everyone attacks him. He kills them all. He sees many bones. Lola gets angry and kills Bertase too. Holly remembers Brent saying Lola asked him to the prom. She tells Paul, who goes to Lola's house. He looks through her window and sees blood. He breaks the door and enters. Brent makes noise, signaling he's there. Paul opens the basement door and finds him. Lola suddenly stabs Paul in the back and throws him into the basement. Brent grabs Paul's pistol. He shoots at Lola, but she dodges and the bullets run out. She tells Brent she's going to his house. She'll kill his mother the same way she killed his father. Then she'll kill Holly too. She walks out since she can't drive. Brent gets an idea. He stacks the dead bodies. He climbs out of the basement. Holly heads to Lola's house. They meet on the road. Holly sees Brent and throws Lola's scrapbook in front of his car. Lola brags, gets into Holly's car and attacks her. Holly escapes and runs. Brent arrives in Paul's car. Holly suddenly steps in front of him. He swerves to save her. Lola crashes into Brent's car from behind. Holly gets into Brent's car, terrified by his condition. They look back at Lola. Her bones are broken, but she crawls toward their car. Brent reverses the car quickly and kills Lola. He drives to his mother's house. This is where the story ends. To see and hear more painful stories, right next in the comments. Thanks for watching.